to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Recovery video. Visit their website to learn how the Grizzly Drive drum motor increases the reliability and reduces the cost of ownership of conveyor systems.
Hi there, I'm Kevin Yanik with Pit and Quarry Magazine. We're winding down 2021 here in the next few weeks, and there's been a lot to celebrate for the aggregate industry. One of the latest news we saw was that from the U.S. Geological Survey, which reported good growth in the third quarter for aggregate production. Crushed stone production figures were up 4%. Sand and gravel production for consumption was also up 4%. Good growth in the third quarter, coming off of more growth in the second quarter for the aggregate industry. And I would expect the fourth quarter here, we'll probably have those numbers from USGS in the next 3 months or so. But if it's not 4% growth, it's probably in the low to mid single digits that we'll see here in the months of October, November, and December. So a good year overall for aggregate production. And with a highway bill, big infrastructure bill coming in November, and the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, there's a lot that aggregate producers can be excited about for the year ahead in 2022. That said, there's still a lot that producers need to be aware of on the supply side, as equipment manufacturers and dealers are continuously having to adjust on the supply side of the industry. So the one thing that suppliers continue to harp with us here at the magazine is communication. You know, if you're a producer and you've got big plans or little for 2022, suppliers are asking that you communicate what it is you're planning to do with them so they can place orders and make their own plans to make sure that they've got on hand what it is you need, or that they're placing the orders that you're going to ultimately need for 22, because there's still significant constraints in the supply chain that are hampering availabilities. You know, we hear reports from dealers about container loads, for example, being up fourfold, $5,000 a load, $20,000 in some cases, and pricing is out of whack, obviously, and that's still trying to figure itself out. At the same time, general availabilities of equipment, of materials, are a problem. Talked to a pump manufacturer last week, heard about how castings are still an issue, how engine manufacturing is kind of an issue at the moment. So anything and everything at this point in time, if you're planning a purchase for 22, big or small, the key is to let your suppliers, let your vendors know what it is you're planning on doing in the new year, so that they can accommodate you. Vendors are doing everything and anything they can to make sure that they have materials on hand. They're ordering more quantities, larger volumes. They're trying to order things earlier than they normally would, 3 to 6 months out in some cases than they normally would. So as they're doing their part, they're asking that producers do theirs to just basically communicate what it is they're planning to do. And hopefully that will make your 22 as smooth as possible under the rough and challenging circumstances of the supply chain as it is today.
Thank you to Vandergraaf for sponsoring this Road to Recovery video. Visit their website to learn how the Grizzly Drive drum motor increases the reliability and reduces the cost of ownership of conveyor systems.